A sexy, confident man. The dry down? Hey besties, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Cheraye, welcome. If you happen to be returning, you are truly appreciated. I love you like I love cooked food, and welcome back besties. I'm so glad you guys answered when I called you because I've got an amazing fragrance combo to share with you. Now, you know I told you I've been on my sweet girl era, my vanilla, my fruity, my foo-foo la-la. I mean, who she is, I have no idea, but I'm loving it over here. So if you want to hear what it is and how I put this all together, please continue to watch. Here on this channel, I do cover fashion, beauty, luxury, lifestyle, all things fancy and fabulous. So if that seems like your vibe or your zhuzh, take 2.5 seconds. First and foremost, stop what you're doing. Drop me your scent of the day because I need to know over here what you're rocking as well. You guys have amazing taste. I tell you that all the time. And if this seems like your vibe or your zhuzh, go ahead and consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't stop there. Tap the notification bell, slide in the DM, come over and say hi on Instagram. Without further ado, we're jumping into this video right now. Okay, so you guys, last night I went out. I tried to recreate the look for you. I wore this last night. I'm wearing my Idol jewelry. It is so pretty. It matched so well with the necklace. I ordered this bodysuit from, where did I order this from? I don't know. I'll link it if I can find it. And this fragrance combo came just in time. I wanted something different, you guys. And this is what you have to know. When you're going out, when you're choosing your fragrance, when you're putting it all together, for me, it's just as serious as hair, makeup, outfit. My fragrance plays the same type of role. It's just as grand. I needed to be like doing all the things. So shout out to Swiss Arabian for sending this over. This is Shaghaf. I keep wanting to say Shaghaf Oud because that's the one we heard about forever and ever and ever. But this is Shaghaf Vanilla Toffee by Swiss Arabian. You always know what I like to say. I have to share it with you just the way I did it. So please allow me the 2.5 to run it back. It started with some soap and water. Immediately out of the shower, I went in and layered my body with Yummy. While the body was still supple, still wet, right out of the shower. I had little beads of water still there. Damp to damp, damp, damp. Put it on, took it here and just rubbed it all over. After I did that, I knew I was gonna have some skin out. So I then went in with Fenty Butter Drop. Guys, I love this stuff. It has the best hydration and I love it. I don't know how we always turn this into a demonstration video. I love this. You won't be able to see it. Take my word for it. Trust me. It has beautiful gold specks in it. So I knew skin was gonna be out and I definitely wanted the shoulders glazed up and I wanted them to shine. I then went in, got a little bit more of the body cream. You see that there in the palm of my hands, right? Then I took the Yummy oil because now it's time to fuse the two together. I'm showing you something here. Went there, did that like that, put it here, layered it together and made my own concoction. I knew I was gonna be putting on a jacket over this, so I wanted to do this beforehand so it had time to like dry, mesh into my skin, infuse and engulf itself into my pulse points, warm up with my body chemistry, and then become one. Never forget the elbows, the back of the neck, or down by the ankles and the thighs. If you know, you know. So that's what I did. And then after I had all this on just like this, I brought this for demonstration purposes. If those are too expensive, get this right here. This will be just sufficient. I use this all the time and I absolutely love it. And it's pretty hydrating. I kind of get the hype. So if you don't want to spend the money and get those, get this. It will do just the same. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so anyways, I then went in with just a few spritz of Devotion Intense. Hazelnut, vanilla. It's a beautiful fragrance. I went in and I put this like all over. Just in my birthday suit. That's what I was in. And I put this all over because I wanted to have a base down. So this was going to be my base. I then went into, in my opinion, the next middle fragrance of how I wanted to layer it. And that's where I went in with Shaghaf Vanilla Toffee. This is rich, it's creamy, it's milky, it's decadent, it's got dates. It's, like I said, it's sticky. It's very, I would say sensual too, but it's very rich. Now, when I first went in and I sprayed it on, let me show you the mister. I was like, oh my gosh, this is really sweet. Now, I told you guys, I don't like smelling like food. I don't like smelling like pancake syrup. I mean, it's a bit too much for me. While I'm in my sweet girl era, I'm loving like vanillas. I'm loving like the softer side or more of a fresher, fruitier side of sweet. Not like the cake, cookie, really hugely gourmand area of sweet. There's a difference. And I'm gonna share with you how I made this even fresher. So then I went in with this. Let's look at the mister here. It's evenly distributed. That's the atomizer. And I was like, oh my gosh. Immediately you smell the toffee. Immediately you smell the toffee. You get milky, you get creamy, You get hot, you get heavy, you get sexy, you get sensual, you get date night vibes. And I was like, I'm trying to give off something here. My guy planned this date night, and then we went to dinner. I look so cute. Oh my God, you guys, I'll show pictures. If you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing? I shared everything with you over there already. So the notes we have inside of Shaghaf Vanilla Toffee, we have Toffee, coffee, which I absolutely love, vanilla, dates, walnut, cardamom, milk, brown sugar, Madagascar vanilla, benzoin, tonka bean, and vanilla caviar. This is a beautiful fragrance. It is a bit sweet, I will say, and it almost leans towards that syrupy, sticky, pancake kind of syrupy, sweet vibe, but it doesn't. Something in it, I don't know what it is, maybe the woody notes, it keeps it from being too sweet for me. I don't want too sweet of a fragrance. So this was so good and so sexy. And when I put it on top of my moisturized, hydrated skin, it just made me feel some type of way. And I was like, oh my gosh, I smell so good. But I said, okay, now I need a little bit of fruitiness. You know, I shared with you the base, and now I said I need a little bit of fruitiness to go with this. And this was a beast. It projected, it had longevity. I mean, it gave off sillage. I kept getting whiffs of myself, and I was just like, oh my gosh. I was complimenting myself. I was like, girl, you smell good, because I smell so good. But then before we left, I went in and I topped it off. This is so good. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Girl, how did you pair the two of these together? Listen to my plan. Listen to my thought process. So I said, yeah, that was sweet. It was toffee. It was Madagascar vanilla. The toffee in the beginning, if you ever had those toffee cookies, I believe they had cream inside, like a vanilla cream inside. That's the toffee vibe that I get from Shaghaf Toffee Vanilla. That's what I get from it. Really good, like a biscuit cookie, if you allow me to say that. Very crunchy, very crumbly, and oh so decadent, you know what I mean? But then I went in with Herba because I said, I want to smell loud. I need my fragrance to get on me, hold me tight, and not let me go. But not only that, I wanted it to be a tad bit fresher. And if you notice in the beginning, it has mandarin orange, it has bergamot, it's got some pear in there. And I wanted the fruity notes as well. I told you I've been in my sweet, soft era girl of fragrance with vanilla. Heavy on vanilla, heavy on it, heavy on cherry, heavy on fruity. So then I went in, and I put this on, and it just brought it all together, you guys. This was a layering combo when it came to the fragrance. I already shared with you the body, the body layering combo. I just put on a fragrance after I get out of the shower immediately. So this was just there for a base fragrance purpose only. But these two right here, oh my gosh, I smelled so good. So I didn't get too sweet from the vanilla toffee because I had the freshness and the fruity vibe of Herba Gold. They came together and they meshed together beautifully. That's what I was going for. I don't like to smell too sweet and too sticky. So for me, this is really good. I compartmentalized it in a sensual, sexy date night or just a few sprays and a night to be remembered in the house. That's where it's at right now. I did wear it out. I did wear it to a concert. I did have time to play with it. It was a very sexy, romantic concert. It was Brian McKnight. And then we were sitting close and we kept talking and cuddling and laughing. And he was like, and I was like, yeah, it's me. So yes, I love this fragrance. Now I'm briefly gonna touch on, because I get a lot of questions about what should the men be wearing. Over here, you guys, is man, woman, boy, child, human. Rock what makes you happy. My guy wore this. This is Pegasus by Perfume Zamali. Now the notes in here, when I read the notes, I was like, I don't get it, because it's not, the notes just didn't make this fragrance come to life for me. You know what I mean? It just didn't. But he sprayed this on and he rocked this last night, and all night, you guys, I kept going like, if it wasn't me, it was him. If it wasn't me, it was him. And I was like, you smell so good. Every time he got in front of me and walked, or in back of me and walked, and then we sat side by side at the concert, and I would lean on him, and oh my gosh, I was just like, you smell so good. A few of the notes: heliotrope, bergamot, bitter almond, lavender, jasmine, vanilla, sandalwood, and I believe amber down in the base. It did not do it for me. Those notes, I would have never picked up this fragrance. But when you spray it and you smell it, and look at how wide that atomizer is. Hello? We love it. It's so good. And it smells like, oh God. It just smells like a sexy, confident man who has like his stuff together. It seems to me like he has his stuff together. Like, he's not here to play any games. He's not sending you that WYD text in the morning. He's not sending you, I'm gonna swing through, I'm gonna pop up. He's not sending any of those. Okay, maybe some roses he's sending. Okay, maybe a card for you he's sending. Maybe dinner, you know what I mean, but not the WYD. This guy has it together, you guys. I love this fragrance. It was so long lasting. I smelled him the entire night. We got dressed about, I don't know, I want to say like 4? No, like 2. And we were out to after midnight. And I smelled him the entire night. The entire night. I move on. And that's it. I just wanted to pop on in real time and share with you the fragrance combo that I wore last night. The vanilla fragrances are chef's kiss right now. I am loving the vanilla fragrances. There is another vanilla fragrance that I did receive. Hold on before I let you go. From Navitas Parfum. I believe it's in collaboration with Christine. That's what the card says. And this is really good too. I have not worn this out. All I did was take it out the package, spray it, and I was like, oh my gosh. It had me at vanilla. I believe it's vanilla eclat. I could be making that up. I could be saying it wrong, but I think it's vanilla eclat. Congratulations to Christine on your fragrance, girl. This is really, really good. I was like, oh my gosh. Now, here's what I'll say about this fragrance. I don't have any of the notes in front of me. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, I love Navitas. Their fragrance comes with cards. I read inside here that there is a rice note, and I was like, rice? Like, what does rice even smell like? Because I typically don't use or know of rice being in fragrance notes that I'm, used to wearing or what have you. I normally use rice water for my hair when I'm doing like a conditioning treatment or something, but this has rice in it. So let me read you some of the notes. It's rice coconut cream, which I get, and then it has caramel, cinnamon, spices, buttermilk, and then down in the base we have sandalwood, gaiac wood, Madagascar, and amber. Here's what I'll tell you. I can read those notes until the end of time, and I still would not be able to compartmentalize this fragrance. I'm the type of girl that I need to spray it and I need to smell it. So I went ahead and sprayed it. Look at that. That's a really fine mister. And it's pressured. Listen, a little, a lot. I know you've seen that. I know you've seen that. It's good when you first initially spray it. For me, you guys, because everybody is different. Fragrances are subjective. I was like, what in the world? Like, oh my gosh. In the beginning, I think more than anything, I got buttermilk and cream. And I was like, oh, okay. I wore this actually, it was just on my hand from me testing fragrances. It wasn't really like I wore it out for the day, but I put it on my hands right at the top. I did just like this, just to get a whiff of it, let the dry down happen, kept it on, and I wore it out to church. Not really intentionally wearing it as a fragrance. I was just testing it out before I left the house. So as the dry down happened, it had probably been like 45 minutes, well after, 45 minutes, probably like an hour at this point. And I went down and did this, the dry down, oh my gosh, so good. So good. And it's in my vanilla vibe. It's right there in my vanilla era. I will take this out for a spin, wear it out. I'll be back to run it back. But so far off initial first impression, it's good. It's good. I mean, like I said, right now when you're smelling it, I'm like, what? And then it goes somewhere and it does something. It sits on the body. It's not heavy. It's not sticky. It's not oversweet. It's not in your face. It's something that I would even consider, first impression, I might change my mind, an easier reach. It's easier to wear. It's not so sweet that you're like, oh my gosh, it's overpowering, headache inducive. I don't get that from this. It's an easy to wear, in my opinion, vanilla fragrance. You get the coconut in there, you get the buttermilk, and you get in the beginning where you first spray it. I guess that note is milk. You guys, I mean, not milk. I guess that note is rice. I don't know what rice smells like. I've never smelled rice. But maybe that's what it is. It is kind of milky. It is creamy. Just think of creamy, decadent, milky. Maybe I'm loving milky fragrances at the moment. I have no idea, you guys. But that's what this fragrance is giving me off a first initial impression. Shout out to the team over at Navitas for sending this over. Again, congratulations, Christine. That is it, you guys. I just wanted to pop on and give you real life, real time, what I'm wearing, what I'm rocking, and what I'm loving. These vanilla fragrances are amazing. Every single thing will be linked in the description box for you below, and if I have any discount codes, those will be linked as well. And that is it. Until next time, besties, you know the drill. Be blessed, stay fit, but more importantly, definitely stay fabulous, duelings. Thanks for watching. Bye.